Manchester United get the 3 points at home against Sheffield. Not the performance we wanted, but definitely the result that we wanted. I think Erik ten Hag, I understand why he says what he says now, because if you see the performance his team gives is it's like half the game they're in, half the game are out. I can't bash them too much, but there are a few points about this game that I want to talk about. Garnacho, I feel like our players are not clinical enough. Garnacho had 2 blinders, him and the keeper alone, and managed to find the keeper in each instance. Poor first half, very poor first half. We went down in the game firstly because of a goalkeeping error. Let me not even call it a defensive error. That was a clear goalkeeping error by Onana. I don't know what he was doing there. The pass never got to the guy. Intercepted, and he couldn't do anything about it after that. Couldn't even save himself. So that's how the goal started. Sheffield went 1-0 up. Our first goal as well wasn't a bad goal right before halftime, but the performance of certain players against a team like this is shocking. Maguire got us back with a header. I think this is his most prolific season as scoring goals for club. 2 goals in 2 games as well for him. And then the second half was just shocking. We started Sheffield started way on top of us again. They looked like they wanted it more. Our players, as if they had a hangover again, trying to catch up, trying to come back. Then we went down 2-1 right at the start of the half. They had a couple of chances in that period of time. We were nowhere. Our defensive and midfield line are all over. United, and that's what's worrying me a lot, especially with Ten Hag, because I don't know. These are things a coach trains, and the way a team plays is how the coach trained them. So for United to be so many times this season, we've seen them look out of position, especially in midfield. And you wonder, is it the players or is it how they're being trained? Some will argue it's the latter. So yeah, I'm still a bit shifty. I want to see the team back full next season. I want a few players out, and yeah, I'd give him a few games, like the first 10 games or 5. And if things don't go well, then have a plan B before even the season starts. So Bruno got the goal back for United with a penalty. Another funny penalty to get. But yeah, Bruno did his thing. I think this is the 3rd game in a row or 4th game that Bruno is scoring. Bruno was our best player this game by far. The rest of the guys just went up to it. His second goal really summed up how Bruno's form at the moment. Sublime finish, shot from long distance with his weak foot. The keeper had no chance with that. Absolutely happy for him. I think Bruno played a very mature game. He needs to play like this more often. His past 3-4 games have been very good, irregardless of the result. Bruno has been the only standout player. Assisted the last goal to Højlund. Finally, Højlund gets a goal back in the league since he was out injured. Yeah, United comfortable win, but not a comfortable performance. So we have Burnley next in our next fixture on Saturday, still at Old Trafford. Burnley will be a tougher opponent than Sheffield. Burnley play ball. expect a similar performance, honestly, because this United team just can't pull out a 90-minute performance for. They can't do a 90. They can't perform for 90 minutes. So I'm seeing Burnley cause us problems as well. Again, Garnacho sloppy in a lot of moments of the game, but he's the type of player that can score in every goal, in every game he plays. He just needs to be clinical. And that will come with time. He's still young. It's his first season. I won't put too much on him. The same way we didn't put too much on Rashford when he came in. So for Garnacho, I won't talk too much about him. But Anthony is who I want to talk about. Anthony, I think, has shown his level in the last game and in this game. In the last game, he came on in the second half, and as soon as he came on, the floodgates opened. Nothing convincing about Anthony's performance. I think Ahmad came in the second half, and yeah, we got back our groove. The right wing looks more dangerous with Ahmad there than Anthony. Anthony, I sell. Rashford, I sell. End of season. Those two players are meant to be our standout wingers for United, and they're our worst players up front at the moment. So Anthony for me is a done deal. I think his level is he's not a top player. He might be a good player, but he's not a top player. If you want to challenge for things like the league, the Premier League, and all of that. So this week has been a couple of there's been a couple of news, a lot of news actually, about United. We've confirmed Wilcox and Ashworth. So Wilcox was actually present at this game. I expect a lot now to happen, especially with the manager, with results going on forth, because we've gotten the guys. Ineos have gotten the guys they wanted. So I expect a lot of talk to come up in the next few days about the manager and players leaving and players coming in. Poor game in my opinion. I just think Bruno was there when we needed him, as always. So yeah, thanks for the watch along, guys. It was nice being here with you guys. Till the next game. Adios.